Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Adventure14 here. So, today we're going to be doing another Shipwreck in a Bottle video, only this time it's not going to be sped up, it's going to be edited. As requested by this dude here, he asked me if I could make a how-to video on like how I built it. It does technically show, but it's almost impossible to follow for how fast it was. It was meant to be more of a showing off of a build instead of a follow how-to, so he requested it. So now I'm doing it, because, I mean, you know, I can, my channel, and he asked, and he seems cool, so I'll do it. Alright, so, important with building with Minecraft structures is you really need to get something that you're pleased with, because otherwise you're just gonna kind of lose momentum halfway through the build, and then you wasted your time, and it's pointless, so you really gotta find a good one. Obviously, I won't just give up on this one, because really I need it for YouTube, so it's kind of important. Oh! That was so poorly. Well, I think it'll work for the purpose. I mean, I should be able to build with anything, that's kind of the point. I think I'll work with this one, because I should be able to just do anything, right? Like, that's the point of the video, is you can take any shipwreck that's near you and turn it into a shipwreck in a bottle. This one technically is upright. I can put the bottleneck facing in that direction. Yeah, this'll work. Okay, so now I've found my ship, right? Any audio after this will be filmed after the video. You won't have to hear any clicking. I can do things a little simpler, and it's not so taxing on me to do. I'll have a little bit of music in some places, and mostly anything that'll take that long, instead of the music, it'll be edited out. That way you guys don't have to, like, you know, sit through it. Because it's not going to be in fast motion like the others, unless it's like a little tiny piece that, like, you need to see it. I'll put it like 200 or something like that, so that, like, you know, I can get you through it. Just in case it's something kind of complicated-ish, and you want to be able to kind of get a feel for it. But, we'll kind of get to those points, you know, we'll see. Alright, so this is the ship we're going to be using right here, but before we get started, please give this video a like. But with no further ado, we'll get on to the build here. Intro's over, found the ship, we're ready to go, everything's set up, and we're good. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, we're going to have to clear out terrain here so that we actually know what we're working with, and so it's not, well, you know, like this, where it's just absolutely destroyed all over the place. Basically, what happened is, when it generated, of course, it partially got buried in sand, which is kind of the point, but we need it to be not buried in sand so that we can actually build the bottle piece. So if yours has any sand attached to the sides, get it so it's basically just sitting on one block. It'll probably end up being stone by that point in some places, but we'll figure that out later. So basically what I'm doing right here with the glass, and I know I'm making this like way far away from the ship, is I'm trying to decide which color I want to use. Basically the idea is do I want to use clear, blue, gray, white. I can't decide, so I'm kind of testing to see what looks better in the water and what I can see out of better, and just kind of measuring up to decide what I actually want to use, because that's kind of the main part of this build is the bottle, wouldn't you agree? Alright, here's where I start out. One, you're going to have to make the bottle go like one block underground, like the bottom piece of the bottle is going to have to go one block down. Not like one block under, like a block on top of it, just even with the ground, the majority of the ground that you're working on, even with the back, so that you can do this part. Now you're going to want an odd number. I actually worked with 13. So the odd number for me, 13. Boom. Odd numbers have a middle block because they don't come out even. Even numbers don't have a middle block. Like think of the number 4. You can split it up into 2, but you can't split a block in half. So you're going to have to work with what Minecraft has. So, to get a middle, you're going to need an odd number of blocks. So, you're going to want to count up the back. And then at that middle block, you're going to want to do half of that number out to the side. So, 13, I did 6 out to each side. Like the block that isn't the middle block, because that block counts as the 13th block. And the blocks 6 on each side, that's 12. Middle block is 13 still. So that's probably where I messed up not making things even with my last one, is I probably messed up somewhere with that number. So that's a big one. Keep an eye on that and make sure that you come out even. And then after that, you just want to make nice straight stretches right on all the even parts, like those blocks that come out to the side. After you've made, it's kind of come out as a plus shape. You want to bring those right to the front, out in front of the ship far enough that it's not going to touch it. And then you're good for the time being. Don't touch anything else, because anything you do, you're gonna mess it up, because unless you do it right. I mean, you could do it correctly, but from my experience, just wait, because it's gonna get complicated here in just a second. If you do it wrong, it's gonna mess up the shape of your bottle. So give me a second here. I'm going along editing, recording this audio as I go, there was not a more perfect time for that song to end. That was ridiculously easy to do. Whew! Alright, well anyway, this is the perfect time for it to end because you're about to shape your bottle. Now, it's that block that you have in the center on each corner of the bottle, kind of like, if you follow the 6 blocks up from the center, the part I'm building off of all there, that part is going to kind of shape your bottle. You can do 2 out to the side, 3 out to the side. I think anything, well, definitely anything less than 2 is going to like make your bottle kind of weirdly shaped. I did the 3. If I could do it again, I might go for 2. You can do that if you want. It's kind of same project, only less going on the top there, and you have to do 1 more diagonally, kind of, which makes it a little bit more difficult, but not really. I think there were only 3 or 2 diagonal for this build. Like after you go off the part that's flat, like a normal Minecraft XYZ axis, the part that goes like against the tide, kind of, I guess, if you want to think of it that way, is the part that's the hardest to make sure that you get right, because that's going to connect up to the front, and it's going to be not hard because this is a smaller bottle, but the bigger bottle you get, the harder it is to shape. Just a warning for you. But yeah, I'm going 3 off to the side, so it's 4 across each flat surface total, and then you, of course, round the edges to make it look like a bottle, because that's what it's supposed to be. I was going more for like a wine bottle shape. The last time I did it, I kind of went for this, kind of like a 50s, they weren't really trying to make their bottles any good at that point type look, where it just kind of like thinned off to the top and there was no bottleneck. But this one is definitely getting a bottleneck, as you can see, so bottleneck definitely. What you want to do once you find out how big you want all these, you want to connect them up with the diagonal blocks. You know, you do 3 up from each side, and then it's pretty easy to figure out where the other blocks are supposed to go. You got to fill everything up, right? So you're good. And then you want to bring all those blocks to the front before it starts going like sideways in the front, narrowing down. While it's going straight along, just put all those blocks, and then before it gets narrowed down, if you want to fast forward in the video, you can do that to that part. Just kind of look for it. But otherwise, you should be good.
Did you all see me try to shape out the front before I was done bringing up all the sides? That's what I was warning you about, and I fell for it. So, you know, I'm a hypocrite, but definitely don't fall for it like I did. Just stay away from that. Yeah, but anyway, so you can see starting to get up on the sides there. I'm about ready to do the front piece. I'm pretty close. The front piece, it's gonna kind of be a little bit squarish just because of how small it is, but it'll work out. So this may look like it was easy for me, but technically, remember, I've done it twice now. I've done it twice, so this next time, it's kind of like learn from your mistakes. This is why this video is here, so you don't have to do it twice to get it. You can just watch this video and get it on the first try. Bada bing, bada boom. Boy, you're done. You're done. Okay, well anyway, I'm gonna finish up the side here, and I'm not really doing it right now. I mean, I'm here, hand-free here. Hand-free. But, I'm about to finish up this side, and then I'll do the front, and you can see how that's done. And then anything else you want to do is pretty much your own business, like however you want to do it. But I'm going to show you how I did it in case you need inspiration anyway, because I'm just that kind of dude. So I got you. Oh, also you're going to need to finish up the bottom there in case you needed to know. I forgot about that. You're going to need to finish up the bottom. Also, I forgot this bottom corner, but yeah, again, doing that now. Okay, so I kind of let a demonstration on how to do everything play out there while the song played, because I don't know. Easy editing, and kind of is showing you how it's done. Now I'm going to make sure that you understand it by just explaining it real quick, just to make sure everything gets on point, and hopefully you continue to watch this video through after you didn't quite get it, if you didn't. Basically, take the sides and just connect them into the bottle. It's like doing, if you can imagine doing a dome on the front, only you don't finish the dome because of the bottleneck. The bottleneck's already there, so it's taking up some of the dome. Basically, if you look at it, it's literally making a circle with a long back and then a nose. If you can imagine it being like, it's a tube. It's a rounded tube with a neck on it, is what a bottle is, and then a flat bottom. So we got the flat bottom, we got basically the globe in the front, as you can see. It's basically a circle. Kind of. Well, yeah, it's definitely a circle. It's a circle. And then it just connects up to the bottleneck. There's kind of a flat area around the bottleneck, but that's to be expected. That's just how it works, and that's just how it works with the size that I had. You could try to make it more rounded by playing with it a little bit, but I didn't. I mean, you could. It's not really worth it too much unless you really hate the design of it, but you don't really have to. It looks good the way it is, I think. Or at least I think, you know, but it's my build, so, you know, I'm biased. One thing that I freaking loved with this build was the gray glass. Like, I decided on gray, and it matched awesome. It kind of took on a blue tint of the water, and things look really good here. I picked a warm ocean. Like, it's just warm ocean infinitely. So the warm ocean makes everything look kind of light and just, I don't know, warm. The water is very light and it's got a very aqua color to it. So it kind of makes everything look very oceany, polished, you know. The kind of place where you'd see some tropical fish, which there were way too many of, and they kept getting in my way. Stupid things. At the beginning of the video, I was like killing a bunch of them. I don't know how many you actually saw me kill. I forget what I edited, but man, I killed a bunch of them. Like, they were just all around. I killed a dolphin. Poor thing. I killed a couple of drowns. Some of them I just had to ignore, but whatever. Alright, well anyway, we're coming into the straight stretch here where I'm sealing up the bottle. I've almost got the front done. You saw that's done. Again, just kind of like, if you can imagine one side being a strip going right to the center of the bottle, like where the neck of the bottle is, you can imagine it that way and just do it that way. I left a one hole in the bottle and a couple of blocks hole on the inside. Leave that open. Don't seal it up. It's not good. Just leave it open to the water for now. We'll get to it. But yeah, bottle sealed here. Pretty much, we're getting everything set up, and we're gonna start interior decoration after we get the water out, which is literally the worst part of the build. So yeah, I'll probably skip most of that for you. So, as you can see, I have finished up with the outside. The outside is now done! So, now I'm just putting that trap door in there. I'm going to make an exit after this, because this is only good for an entrance, because there's no water on the other side. I totally sponged out the entire thing, got all the water out of it, made sure the inside looked okay, and I'm also going to have to light it up. The bit with the roof and everything, of course, that's not required, obviously. That's just personal flair of mine. Like, there's an embankment there. I need an exit. Boom. Roof. And it just kind of came out kind of too perfect, so, you know, had to go there. well, this is the part where I do the inside of the ship. If you wanted to see that for whatever reason, just for inspiration, or if you want to copy it exactly, if you have the same kind of ship, sure, go ahead. So basically, I put beds, chests, put some windows. I made sure the whole inside was lit up. Put torches, fences, whatever it needed, wherever it needed it. Yours is gonna be a little bit different no matter what you do. I don't think they really generate quite the same most of the time. But hey, I may be wrong. It might be like a select few, but I feel like they get a little bit different. Like they're same design, but depending on the terrain they're on, it varies. I'm not really sure. Haven't seen that many of them, but I'm sure it's going to be off by a couple blocks at least.
Alright, so we're back in Minecraft. Clicking of mouse. So I'm done here. Just finished up this build. It actually looks a lot better than the first one, so I'm very much glad that I did this. Kept night vision on almost the entire time until I needed to do lighting. Then I had to turn it off, and then by that time it was light in there, and then I left it off just so you could see things, how they were with the lighting and everything. But this is it from above with no night vision. I'll show you it with night vision after we do the grand tour here. So you go down in the water. It looks kind of dramatic coming in because, like, you know, you're fairly far back. And underwater, it's pretty hard to see. You go swimming in, and then, you know, it slowly appears, and it's obviously a bottle. So that's cool. You get to actually swim in the front of the bottle here. Oh, let me get a shot at it again here. Come on, get in. Stupid dolphin effects. Get out of here. So you come in the front of the bottle, and boom, you're home. You know, you got your little house here. You can either do this in survival or creative. Survival guys, like I said, good luck. Creative guys, also, you know, like good luck. Hope you make it with hope you make it nice. So basically, with this build, the hardest thing I think about it was just getting the shape of the bottle and clearing the water out of here. The part of making this like kind of a house was fun. So let me show you the inside here. We got this room. You can do whatever you want with this room. I just didn't know what to do with it, so I just kind of made it like a front room, like a empty room, kind of between rooms. And then this is like a little bedroom. You know, you can have your chests in here. You could go underground right here if you wanted. I thought this would be like a good spot for a trapdoor. Like you'd walk back here, go underground, and then you'd actually have your main base down there. And this could be kind of like a front, like a look at my nice little home. All right, now let's go see the rest of the stuff. But it's whatever you want. So, front of the ship, I just lit up down here, nothing special. And the way out, open this trap door, hop down in the water here, and then you can swim out down here, and this place looks pretty okay. It's kind of like, since there's no ground there, I gave it like supports to make sure the bottle stayed up, you know, kind of like a just for looks thing. So anyway, with night vision, it doesn't look a whole lot different down here because I have the sea cucumbers down here to make sure everything looks polished. Kind of fancy, you know, nice lighting and everything. So, it's lit up good. It looks good. Everything's even. I made some stuff kind of uneven-ish in the last video, so I'm pretty happy with this, that it's even and everything. Got all the ground taken care of. Got things replaced. Everything looks good. There's this spot down here that's kind of square, and I don't know what happened. I think I just left it, or it was just bad generation. I mean, you can see some places they get pretty square, but this spot ended kind of square. Just make sure that doesn't happen with your build, and you should be good. I left the place right around it that I cleared open from seagrass, so you kind of have a place to work if you decide to do something. So basically, I'm done. Let me give you that view from above here. Looks pretty nice. It looks pretty majestic down there. You got like the if you're loaded up to 32 chunks, you can see other. Oh no! Wait a minute. Oh, that's frustrating. There was like one that was complete right over here, and it's the one I use a lot. Whatever. The one I made looks good. I'm happy with it. Be happy with what you got. You got like the two ocean temples off in the distance. There's some other shipwrecks. Just kind of makes it look like a dead zone, maybe like a Bermuda Triangle type thing. Those ocean temples almost look like some kind of weird alien thing, like aliens made them or something. They're crazy. Yep, but did the roof, got the bottle, ship. It's basically a house. Good luck if you're doing it in survival. That would be rough. But anyway, I'm done here. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Please mention this video to your friends. The person that wanted the video, do definitely mention the video to your friends, because this took a little bit. It didn't actually take too long recording, but you can bet it's going to take forever in editing, because I need to get it under like half an hour. It's rough. So make sure you mention me to your friends. Give this video a like on the way out. Subscribe. And hit the bell, because I don't think really subscriptions do much anymore. Oh my gosh, I'm standing on the water. Look at this. Alright, everybody. Thank you for watching. And I will catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.